Okay, day number 5 started incredible. You know, okay, so if you watched the previous videos, if you didn't, maybe you should. I'm not telling you what to do, but like most people know, or some people know, but I'm living in Airbnbs the past months again. The thing is, and also before I spent a lot of years in Airbnbs, but the point is, now there's one guy, and if you're watching this, you know, great guy. We talked actually for 1 hour about religion, and this is the thing. I'm not religious, but I'm curious, so I had some questions. So we talked about this, and you know what? And this is the thing I always ask multiple people who are into the game. Let's say it like this. You know, I'm not asking somebody about religion if they don't even walk around with Bibles or something, you know. So yeah, very interesting conversation. But with all respect, and again, if you're watching this, this is no thing. But you know, it messed a little bit up the thing that I wanted. I wanted to travel around a lot, but now, and this morning, I actually also wanted to do a run, but I also didn't do it because my calls and chat went also a little bit longer. And like I said yesterday, I don't see those things as work. Like I said, I'm not working, not going down for hundreds of meters to dig some coal out of the ground, right? And be afraid every single second that things are collapsing, and if that's not gonna happen, then I'm probably gonna die of lung cancer. But this is the thing, it's a great day, it's sunny, I don't have to walk around with a winter jacket, which I also really like. I was actually thinking to walk now to the Rakowski Stadium, where I used to train pretty much 4 times a week before, especially when I was living around it. Today no training in the park. I can see there are multiple people over there. Maybe we should sit down first and just really think of what we're gonna do, because the guy who's staying in the Airbnb place, he agreed to, and we discussed a little bit also beer, which is one of my favorite topics also, as probably people understand. So he wants to try some Bulgarian beers, and this is the thing. I said then we should do it together. See, I'm just offering people opportunities not to so for example, like I said also before, if you're in Bulgaria, you're not going to drink Heineken, and I already talked about this topic also about Heineken, but you know, a proper introduction by somebody who does it the past years. And not only that, even when I was living in Malta, I drank Maltese beer, Skol, and what was the other thing? Tisk. But when I was, that was in Gozo, but when I was in Malta, I bought from the Bulgarian stores Bulgarian beer, Sigorka. They didn't sell Ariana over there, motherfuckers. Anyway, with all respect, eh? And also in the Bulgarian restaurant in Malta, what did they pour over there? Oh no, they didn't have. They did not have the. I need to think about my words because I spoke a lot of Dutch also this morning, and I also always need to switch. They didn't have the draft beer, but when I left Malta, they started doing draft beer. I should contact him about it, that I want to drink a draft beer over there. Anyway, that's for now. I'm gonna drink a coffee and think about where shall I go, because I can see now from the calisthenic spot over there, straight to the front, you know, I don't want to go over there now. Maybe I even want to go to the West Park again, because in general when I go to the Rakovsky, then I also want to do the runs. But this is what, see, this is also how I do things strategically. When it's also about my body, I know how to bulk up in a very short amount of time, and this does not mean that I'm all of a sudden 40 kilo heavier. No, I'm just then more ripped. You know, the things are a little bit rounder, and that is simply doing by reduce. In my case, I reduce simply the running. So I do a lot of normal walking, as you probably understand. So that's the reason behind that. So I don't maybe want to go to the Rakovsky to run. If it's only for the calisthenics, then I go to the West Park. Because maybe later on I want to go to Lulin. Then I'm still a little bit in the neighborhood. And in the meantime, I got so much video material ready to go. I think, yeah, rough material over around 2,500 reels, proper reels with the subtitles and all the stuff, around 100, you know, and every day a little bit more. Like I said, this whole vlogging thing, this daily vlogging thing, and sharing my thoughts on stuff is simply now it's something that I'm very dedicated to. I'm gonna be very dedicated to it, and it simply needs to take its form, its shape in my daily routine, because I spend a lot of time at the moment, you know, cutting and all that kind of stuff. But the main videos like this video, the things that I record, I just also attach everything, do only the transitions in between, and then upload it. Of course, along the way, you know, let's say after 25 videos or whatever, then yeah, then maybe get more in the editing thing. But yeah, now I'm, to be very honest, also very busy with other stuff, and now I want to train. This is the good time again to clean my head, so that's what I'm gonna do, and drink a coffee, and again maybe later on a conversation with the guy, maybe a little bit of talk about religion. And by the way, like I said, I am not into religion, like I'm all churchy and all that stuff, but I'm interested. The rules that I live by, because I start reading passages of the Bible, I live pretty much by those rules. And the Bible, the things that I so far learned or read, that confirms that my level of respect and trying to be as good a good person as possible, yeah, they're written. So that's why and I always had some curiosity, everything what I don't understand I want to know. So and this is also another thing. If I don't understand something, or if it causes me that I feel uncomfortable. So one thing, and this is nothing against the person, you know, Kevin Hart, this comedian, you know, this comedian guy, I always thought that he was pretty irritating, but because I also not really get his jokes. But this is what I did. I actually bought his book, and I read the book, only because I thought he was pretty somehow annoying to me, but now I see him in a whole different way, and that's what I like. And it's the same with the Bible. I don't understand. See, I'm not comparing the Bible with Kevin, little Kevin. It's simply what I don't understand. I'm very curious, and it's like a little child, right? When you're not allowed to do something, you know, you do it. And in my case, everything that was not allowed, well, we're getting into those subjects along the way, not now. But yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin Hart, that was his name. Anyway, let's get some. It's also very nice now. The weather is insane. Now I feel like like a butterfly who, or you know, when a butterfly wants to pop out of his socket, you know, when he turns from a little tiny worm and then tries to burst out. That's how I feel. Or like a rabbit in a cage, and you release him in the field. You know, that's honestly how I feel. I'm actually willing to run, but see, the reason that I don't want to run now is I want to that my body starts to recover a little bit. But I'm gonna do the calisthenics instead of also the boxing, and because yesterday I said I'm going for a run or the boxing, but I'm going for the calisthenics just to get a little bit more that edge, and then tomorrow the boxing. Yeah, and then we'll see what we're gonna do, because I need to do several things, meet several people. Yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee and let's see. Plan. I'm going to take the tram and then we're going to train somewhere around Pavlovo. I don't know the exact name at the moment. We go to another. I'm not going to the Rakovsky thing, so I'm gonna get in the tram now and let's see. Because, like I said, I feel like a wild baboon. I need to train first. It's also because of the coffee, I think. Holy moly! I'm totally alone in the back wagon. I didn't know, because otherwise I would have recorded a little bit something. I did a little bit, quote unquote, work on my phone now. And the thing is, that's what you know, when I travel, let's say, between the calisthenic spots with the public transportation over here, because you know it's not worth the money to go with car, and especially when it's about the parking stuff. But anyway, besides that, this is what I want to say. When I travel to the first calisthenics spot, I'm getting very excited. You know, those cowboys who ride those horses or those bulls. You know, those bulls go totally fucking nuts in those cages before they open the gate. Well, that's how I feel now. And here is the place. And the sun is leaving us. Look at this. But anyway, that's the way it is. Mother Nature says, not too much sun for you. Or for everybody, not only for me. Just a sec, we're getting out. Always very excited. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm actually just took a look at Google Maps, because I want to mention the name of the places that I'm going. And for some of you stalkers, you know, everything is always delayed, uploaded, so it doesn't matter. So I can say it. So this park is called Paradise Garden, and I'm actually thinking going to walk through the snow. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to have wet feet. But what I want to say, every time when I, for example, discover new calisthenic spots, which is not so often anymore, but let's say it like this: if I go, let's say, 2 times in a row to, for example, West Park, you know, then, you know, and this is also one thing for the people, you know, when you go to a normal job, with all the respect to those people, but this is the thing, you know, I want to share some strategy, some thinking, that people start to think a little bit about their stuff. And I'm sharing along the videos more and more things. But, you know, if you go every day to the same location, and let's say something like the office, I also, quote unquote, work a lot, or before I worked a lot from that spot. It's called Bulgaria Mall. But you know, those people who work over there in that building, you know, you have to see it like this. It's a huge building. Everybody sits over there in cubicles. But this is what I think. You know, if you would work, let's say a job like that, then at least network and just try to take away a good few souls who actually want to do something more than that. Because this is what I think about, and again, all the respect, if you do this for a long time, let's say, if I would do let's say for 1 week, after 7 days I would go totally bananas. Totally bananas. And the thing is, deep inside, a lot of people don't know how to start or to get to deep dive into something unknown. And again, also when it's about this vlogging thing, that is for me unknown territory. You know, like I said, I still have to find my voice. I have to still find the rhythm of editing, uploading, thumbnails, everything. Probably, like I said, after 1 year I will laugh about this. The same with the training videos that I make. I did a little bit of break from this, but I got the gimbal, the DJI gimbal with me. Maybe, maybe not. But the thing is, what was I? Yeah, that's why I also need to train first to calm down. But yeah, if you go, you die a little bit inside. I do believe that. As a human being, you should not go every day to the same place, or you know, for a long time. I know from people that everything is very strict controlled in their company. You know, they cannot do this, not too long, there's the blah blah blah, TTT. Oh man, it's like you're going to fucking jail, right? Okay, jail is a little bit worse, you cannot flush your own toilet sometimes. But the thing is, what I want to say, I think in some places, I think I talked with one person, and this is not 100% sure, but they also had to ask, can you go to the toilet? Well, you know what? One of the things, when I went to, and let me also tell you a little bit about my school thing. Once, and I don't know how you say it really in English, you know, there was one time then I didn't graduate, and then I didn't graduate another time. So I was with younger people, because you know what, we really think about this. And when I also now really look back, you know, there's a reason for that. I was incredibly bored, because also, you know, when you sit, I was having a conversation once with the so-called director, let's call him the boss of the factory of puppets. I would be also one of those puppets, but he asked me, what do you want to do with your life? I don't know. I really don't know. And if I may give you, anybody, some sort of advice, learn how to communicate. That's the thing. Learn how to speak, learn how to communicate, and the rest will follow. Because that is in general how I survived a lot of stuff, a lot of extreme situations. Communication. And I get better every single day in multiple languages. But this is not about what I did. The thing is, think about, as a lot of people don't know what they want. What I say would, and that's what I also told other people, for, you know, they also ask, you know, when we talk about their children, blah blah blah. The thing is, I always tell them, now, since the past year, learn how to communicate, learn how to body language, learn about life, deep dive into life. Never tell them not to talk to strangers and all that kind of basic non-productive stuff, you know. Just deep dive. You only live once. You only live freaking once. And the thing is, that's also one of the reasons. See, I did things in a very pretty much extreme way. I could get probably in the World Cup of failures. You know, I would at least qualify for some sort of enrollment, you know, that they could at least compare with some of the biggest failures. Okay, maybe not planet-wise, but let's say no, yeah. But I don't regret anything. But it shaped a lot of my character, and I do believe in some sort of passive, no, not passive, positive way. You know, that I can share things. I can share. When people come sometimes with problems to me, I can say, I have examples that are maybe in the same category, but a few times more extreme. But I would tell them, you know, how I solve those things, and still I'm in procedures of solving things that other people actually caused for me. But that is also what I did in the past. I was way too good for other people, way too much easy to say, yes, let's start this project, let's get into this, because I was always in the positive thing, like they probably gonna do the same amount of effort like me. No. I also said this in another video, if you're a high level energy person, then definitely be careful, because nemesis pop up from everywhere. And the thing is, other people, and let's say quote unquote normal people, they will say, oh, I'm paranoid for this and this. The only thing that they have to be paranoid about is the fact of ignorance, and that boredom just paralyzes their whole, let's say, potential here on this planet. But that's another story. The thing is, if you're a high level energy person, you don't know what to do, learn how to communicate. If somebody would have told me and explained actually how, and there's also, then I would, you know, that opens so many doors, the rest will follow. You communicate with other people, you need to build the confidence to talk with other people. I talk every day with so many strangers. You know, it's actually a play, you know, to go outside. It's for me every day. When I go to bed also, I don't want to fall asleep, because, you know, then you miss a couple of hours, and then I wake up and then and then I think, okay, now I need to do this, but I cannot wait to go outside, and all, you know, and yeah. Anyway, communication, and I think somehow you need to combine it with some sort of discipline, like training, something. And in my case, that is calisthenics, running. And like I said, now I run a little bit less because I want to bulk up a little bit so it looks better on video. And like I said, this kind of videos are the roughest material. Just upload it and just speak. The thing is, with the video, other videos, you know, I'm preparing physically, mentally also. And also, you probably, when you go on TikTok, and the link is down below, the thing is, I'm not swinging around like a wild baboon. I just want to look good. Whatever the guy upstairs gave me, I want to optimize it. That's it. Like I said, you know, I'm not some kind of Brad Pitt or something, and I will never be. But the thing is, I just try to optimize. But also, for me, it's more or less the mental state, but also that my brain is like a freaking sponge, because that's what I'm also. My brain is a sponge. You don't want to know. I want to listen to your story. I want to listen to your failures. I want to listen to everybody. Actually, a lot of everybody. But I don't like to listen to people. Oh, I got mental problems and I feel so sorry for myself. Oh no, bye. Good for you. That ruins my whole fucking thing. Because, yeah, what do you do? You want to, you know, make me sick with your mental state? What do you do about it? Anyway, so now let's train. And then maybe I will implement a little bit of session like this. I'm doing the same now, like yesterday, very strategic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit of the lunges, the Bulgarian lunges, the dips with the knee raises, always combined. Now yesterday I did normal mid-level pull-ups, a little bit higher. That's what I'm going to do again, just to activate this extra insanity. And you know, when you do a little bit with the chin over the thing, then you know, anyway, you understand. Oh yeah, yesterday I did a couple of window wipers. I did the 360 thing, which I also want to do. And because I'm slowly going back, because yeah, last year I was in, I think, a pretty decent shape. Now I want to go every year when I want to see that it go up and up. And next to that, a lot of people who say, Dalon, maybe you should stop drinking beer or whatever. You know what? I'm also human. I like to live a life. And you know what? Beer gives me a little bit extra energy on top of the energy. So, and meet a lot of people. So I don't sit. I'm not going. You probably never gonna see me in the kitchen weighing powders. And the only extra vitamins that I take is vitamin C tablets, and at the moment, because there's not a lot of sun, it's vitamin D, just to get a little bit of that energy that I normally would get from the fucking sun. But now, as you can see, there's no freaking sun. So, well, that's pretty much it. Let's train. Calm down, calm down, down. Hold your freaking horses and just release all the thing that needs to be released, and then we'll see. I'm also thinking to go to Ovtje over there. Maybe a little bit to Pavlovo to say hello to people in the coffee shop, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Ovtje I'm also not sure about, and this is the thing. Between, like, let's say, if I would go now to decide from here to go to the Rakowski Stadium to train over there, and that is in the meantime I just do my chats. I'm reading my emails. I just even work sometimes on the VPS, you know, because I'm attached. I'm using the RDP to attach to my VPS, where the processes of cutting up reels and all those things. I got hundreds and hundreds of video material that needs to be worked on, and I don't know how I can do it faster, but that is for now. Like I said, this whole vlogging thing is a new thing. Anyway, let's go to train a little bit, and then we'll see. Oh shit, did I hold the camera? Yeah, that's also something. And by the way, some people maybe they say you should use a stick, but that's, again, I don't want that make it too obvious that I'm filming, you know, that to make other people not to make other people feel uncomfortable. Anyway, train, relax, move forward. So just a quick in-betweener, and like always, I'm doing exactly what I did yesterday in a very straight, the most possible straight form that I'm capable of. Let's say it like this. I'm always trying to improve performance and, you know, execution. You know, not like, you know, because I finished now the dips plus knee raises. I'm not gonna turn this into a calisthenics video, but you know, you got those people that they say, yeah, I can do 25 fucking dips. They go totally wild, and you can see on their whole shape, and that they, you know, and that is no disrespect. This is simply a lack of, I think, interest in what you're actually doing, of really involved in the moment, that kind of stuff. But you know, with the same amount of time, you can have a way much more result. And what's negative about that? When I make people aware of something, you know, most people are just also not even, you know, I'm not over anywhere, you know, I would do this. Only when people ask me, I would say, I would have done this, I would do this a little bit different, because, you know, when it's summer, people can see the results of what I'm doing. So I must do something good. You know, again, there's not, I never brag about anything. I just want to be in a good shape, mental and physically. That's the only thing. And there's another thing. When you take a woman on a date, a beautiful woman, the thing is, you want to be worthy, right? I mean, you also, and let's say it like this, I'm gonna be honest about this. You know, when let's say it like this. When you, in my case, I in general always date younger women, see, when you see older men with younger women, there's a lot of times that people can say, look at this fat bastard or whatever. People are very judgmental, especially in the beginning, no matter what. Even if they wouldn't say it, they think it. But that's why I try to be in the best shape possible and the highest level energy also possible, that people not even think about the age that I actually am, which is true. But you know, when you date women half your age, happens, but still, think about this. You're, let's say, let's take a 30 or a 27-year-old woman. The thing is, she would date somebody who is maybe 3 years older. His hair is falling out, getting a beer belly, energy level of, somebody who already is sitting in the elderly homes, with all the respect to those people, but you understand, right? The thing is, or a guy, and again, this is not about to say to the world, and by the way, at the moment I am single, so don't stop DMing me. And by the way, for those people who are actually watching this kind of videos and you are DMing me with, let's say, specific requests, you know, don't start with just hello or hi or how am I doing, you know, just a little bit more, you know, that I would, because if I ignore you, and that's what I actually don't like to do, but I know when I respond to hi, hello, or I say hello back, then there will be another one, would be how are you doing? Yeah, like in one of the videos that I sent a few days ago, or maybe it was even yesterday, how are you doing? Okay, I'm fine. And you? No, that is in general around 3 minutes. And this is also something, if you DM me and I don't have you in my contacts or whatever, don't walk away. You know, some new people, they just send something, I respond, and then no response back. So, and that's also, try to value other people their time, you know, get to the point. And for people who are a little bit shy still to DM me. And also yesterday, and there was another guy, he stalked me a little bit. I also want to say this to the people: if you're a stalker, just come and talk to me, you know, don't peek around the corner and walk around me, because I notice it and it doesn't make me feel very good. You know, I'm not scared or something, but just walk to me. I talk with everybody, and that's also what I want to say, because yesterday there was also one. Please don't do that. Just say hello. I talk with everybody. You know, everybody who wants to talk. I never force anybody to talk, but if you want to talk a little bit, of course, you know, I'm also a human, and you know, when you're, because then I feel a little bit like a prey. And you also never know, maybe you're a good stalker with not such a bad intention, but some do have weird intentions, like the one I said. He was actually from the security over there, but you know, he ratched open the fucking thing, and then he said, nah, yeah, what most, let's say, if you would be a woman, harassment. You understand that? I said also very calm. I said it's not very polite to open the dressing curtain thing while I'm trying something. I was not totally naked, and by the way, I got nothing to hide when it's about that. But you can always ask me, and then you get maybe a no. But anyway, we're gonna finish this, and then I think I'm going to the Rakowski Stadium. You know, this is what I really try to do, go from place to place. In the meantime, I'm sharing a lot of experiences, but also I will start mentioning more and more quote-unquote weird situations, weird people, and let's see how it goes. And the once I get a little bit, let's say, traction with the videos, because now I also didn't upload the stories, the reels, you know, I don't spread the word, let's say, on social media. So, but there are tons and tons of content ready to be, actually needs to be edited. I recorded before I actually now did the Daily Fox. I did over, yeah, I think over 2,500 videos at least, because, you know, I want to get let's say, comfortable behind the camera. That was my thing, without uploading. Now I feel comfortable enough, and the thing is, whatever you, like I said, I'm never going to be a Brad Pitt or something, and you know, and speaking wise, I will never be a Ben Shapiro, but because, yeah, that man had the Ben Shapiro guy. Wow, you know, I listened a lot. The way he speaks, those people, man, they're fucking insane in a good way. You know, they speak so fast, so much, and also knowledgeable. You know, I really like that. But like I said, I would never. But let's say it like this: even if I would talk a fraction like him, you know, 1 or 2% the way he speaks, you know, that would be great. I think to aim for. Let's aim for the 25%. End up with a little bit less. Good enough for me. Okay, good enough. It would be better, of course, that I would speak. But you know, that has some things you need to acknowledge. That's never gonna happen. Is that never gonna happen? No, because I'm not gonna dedicate my life on breathing techniques, how to speak better. I want to dedicate my life to other things. And yeah, that's the thing. But okay, let's finish this and then move. And this is another thing, the sun. The sun, no sun. Cloudy, but not windy. What was this cartoon movie? Cloudy with a chance of meatballs or something? The person who also came up with that kind of stuff, very creative. Probably a whole team, but you know, like this Marvel guy, Stan Lee, right? You know, those people have amazingly talents. I think you know, come up with things like Spider-Man, a guy swings on a web. Anyway, he's not swinging on a web. I don't know this tick thing. But okay, focus. Let's finish this. Move. I'm also getting a little bit hungry. Yes. First finish, then we'll see. And first, I was also thinking to start recording a little bit something for TikTok. So, but if you want to see the training videos, just the link is down below in the description. Check it out, follow, hate it, love it, like it, spit on it. But that would be spitting on your own phone, but what would be this? Anyway, stop. Continue. Okay, so finished the training. Again, I don't know if you can see it, 15 minutes. 15 minutes of very strategical, so I got an all over body. See, like this, and that's what I also said yesterday, you know, I'm not the tallest guy, I'm 1.74 meters. You know, if I would go up, you know, do a lot of, you know, shoulder work, you know, that doesn't fit my body. Other guys look fantastic, but having those guys who are above 180, yeah, then I also would totally bulk up like a total idiot. But I'm not that tall, so I like to go for the fast, aesthetic look, let's say it like this. But it also, like I said also yesterday, you know, I once reached 89 kilos, that was my max. But if I would, you know, go for a 10-kilometer run, it would be, no, that I didn't feel comfortable with it. But what I want to say with this, now it took me 15 minutes. Yeah, now I traveled to this place and just also to change the environment of the videos, and also, you know, to keep my, that's why I love to go all over Sofia, also a little bit out Sofia. I actually didn't leave Sofia a lot. Let me think a little bit. No, not a lot, but you know, everything is, and I really love Sofia. Everything, you know, when it's about the public transport, and now especially with the subway, you know, when I came for the first time over here in Bulgaria, there was no subway. We didn't have Google Maps, or at least I was not busy with I think I simply had a phone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, just a normal phone. And the thing is, yeah, so nowadays with the Android, you know, I'm still amazed about it every single day. Oh, when I look at all the possibilities, and man, you can get in contact with your phone pretty much from everywhere, you know. And that's why I really was focused a few years ago. How can I get rid of the laptop? How can I travel faster? How can I travel lighter? How can I work faster? And then AI came around the corner. That was for me a thing that the moment that we got access to ChatGPT at that time. Now I'm only using Gemini Advanced, but you know, I was straight away deep diving in it. I spent hours and hours every day just to consume and try and test. There also some local GitHub download thing from the desktop, you know, then you had to do this, but I don't do those things anymore because I also don't have a laptop. I run a VPS, which I access through the phone. I see that I need to recharge my phone actually, which is not a bad thing. But yes, but that's live, man. Live Android, and also, you know, for the Apple users, you know, those mobiles are fucking insane. And you know what? In my case, when I also look around, you know, when people play with their phones, and I think, man, you know, you travel probably 2 hours per day to your work, from your work, and then probably at home you play more with your phone. And I think, You know, what if, if those people would listen for a single second, and then of course put in the work and then try to implement it in their lives. The time that they spent on their phone in the trams, subways, I don't know where you play with your phone, on the toilet. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have to go to their jobs, and that is one of my purposes, to set at least a small percentage of people free who actually do those things, because it's not necessary to go to the same thing. And you know, and let's be very honest, look yourself in the mirror and say, well, you know, everything starts to, because you sit the whole day on your ass, you're not allowed to run around. You know, you probably eat pizza and burgers because you get some food tickets or whatever. I don't know exactly how those, but like I said, in one building, you know, full with workers, and then they go down to eat. Now, yeah, it's a whole machine. The companies probably made deals, and I'm just assuming something. But if I would own the company and I would, to keep my workers in the building, I would definitely make some sort of a discount deal with those food companies, right? If they not, then they definitely should, you know. But that's for their own thing. And I also talked about it yesterday when it's about lead generation, lead nurturing. You know, the majority of business owners, they don't own the business, they are owned by the business. You know, they have to do this. You know, a lot of them, they need to wear suits and lick ass. And with all the respect, where is the freedom? Where is the freedom? Why would you start a business, run around in a suit, actually carry also the burdens? Running a business comes with risk. And that's simply part of the deal. With any kind of thing which you do outside the normality, everything comes with risk. You go on a date, you take a risk. You spend time with a new person, you take a risk. But hey, what I also say, you know, I like to speak with a lot of strangers. A lot of people also say, Dylan, yeah, you waste a lot of time. No, for me, I absorb things. I absorb their knowledge. I absorb things, their thoughts, and you know, over the decades, I gathered so much data, you know, of people in my head, and how people act and behave and think about stuff. You know, I got, you know, but I have a little bit limits when it's about sharing how to do this, how to do that. For example, now I use, and like I said also before, make .com for automating a lot of things. In the beginning, when I started, I would sit down with people, talk with them for 2 hours, and then in the end I don't do anything with it. That's not what I'm doing anymore. That is that is a loss of energy for me. Because I never expect anything from anybody. But I did, you know, when you did a 2-hour thing or whatever, 3 hours talk about it, and in the end, you know. And also when it's about training people, you explain how to think. I did this in the past also, totally for free. People do it once, and then they actually feel that it's nothing comes without a price, and the price is simply pain. Well, you know, that is simply the truth. And then I trained people, spend some time, but in the end you get. I had once, and I'm not going to say from which country because otherwise he will know, but that guy, I trained him a little bit. He did it once, and then he saw me drinking beer, and then he talked a little bit bad, a little bit downgrading, because he is actually a spoiled little brat, son of a surgeon. But and then I thought, yeah, you do something with the best intentions. So for example, if you already make the agreement with somebody, you know, you make an agreement. I'm mentally invested, so you know, I'm writing some things down. So because I look at somebody's posture, I think you should start with this. You spend time on this, blah blah blah, and in the end, and of course, this example of getting bitten in the ass is just a tiny little thing, and in comparison with a lot of events, business-wise, and I don't know what. And this is also something, and then I'm gonna talk about a lot of you guys who stole from me, lied to me, and also denied. And actually that's the same in my opinion, denied about events that were life-changing, and those events will be spoken about. And and I'm still gonna decide if I'm gonna mention names or not, but the majority of those people really changed the course of my life. The thing is that their fault? No. My fault is that I made judgments about people that I should have not made, and also definitely not should keep in my life. And I'm gonna say one example, and if you watch this, it's true. One, let's say, quote unquote friend. Like I said yesterday, I don't have friends, I have bonds, people who walk the extra 10,000 miles. But the thing is, that friend, every time when I was walking with him on the street and we walked away from the person but he talked with everybody, but always said something negative about them. And that is one of the biggest red flags for me now, when they treat other people with disrespect. That is an act of disrespect. But he did it not once, he did it not twice, every single time. Every single time. Red flag. People who talk bad about other people towards you, they definitely also talk bad about you. No doubt. No doubt. Red flag. Put it in your notebook, print it in your head, get rid of those people, because if you go deeper in a relationship with them, friendship wise, you get bitten in the ass, especially when you're, again, a high level person and a person of opportunity. Let's say it like this: a person with opportunity, it will bite you in the ass in a way that you don't want. Trust me, been there, done that. Still in some sort of connection with some person that I actually gave my loyalty and opportunities to, but this is the thing, because of his fucking lies and denial of big events, which everybody would remember, and not gonna do the level of craziness about it at the moment. I want you guys first to learn a little bit more about me, so then you're not surprised about those events. Because if I would say it now and you watch my videos for the first time, or you only watched the past 3 videos, then you would say, yeah, that is very weird. But red flag. You go out. Also, when I go out on a date with a woman, I look at them, how they treat other people. I'm also, when I go out on a date or meet a woman for the first time just in the wild, in the wild, it's like I'm hunting in the forest. No, on the street or whatever. I never talk about what I want. I just do my best to make people laugh, say some things and ask questions, and that's what I do. I never talk about what I want. And especially women who say what they want. Now, and when you go a little bit, and this is not about women, I think women should do the same, just check how the quality of their exes, which is a huge thing what I'm doing. The thing is, I made one mistake, and that one, banged. I'm not gonna say, but very low life people. And I just squeezed one eye, just let it float. And the thing is, that didn't end well. So one other red flag when it's about things: if people settle for very low quality people, that means disrespectful people, people who beat up women and that kind of stuff, fuck them straight away, bam, in the garbage. Are those people garbage people? Am I so judgmental? I think there is some sort of common sense that works in all over the world. You don't hit women. Okay, there are societies, they love to do that. I'm not into that. I hate it. And I think a lot of people with some sort of common sense, they also not beat up women. You don't beat up stuff. Men who disrespect, yeah, okay, I went in the past a lot. But now I'm not loosey-goosey anymore with the hands. I communicate. Or also stay away from sort of gatherings. Let's say it like this, because I'm going to talk about also other events. And this is again an event with a bunch of suits together. There was one neo-Nazi in between. And the thing is, that's all fun, but those people didn't know who I actually was. But it seems to some people just like to put a very nice pink ribbon around themselves, the characters, and then time reveals everything. Time reveals everything. And the thing is, now when you just watch my videos a little bit, I'm gonna drop a lot of stuff that people actually sooner reveal who they really are. And that might save you a lot of headache. And again, a lot of normal people would say, yeah, but I only meet my colleagues and I got my girlfriend for 10 years. Good for you. Then maybe you shouldn't watch my stuff, because, you know, you probably also get offended by what I'm saying. But the people who really want to do a little bit more, stay away from people who don't want to prosper, but also people who don't want to make other people happy. That they're always me. I need to do this. I want this. I, me. You know, also totally not into those people. Is this a whole rant about all the bad people in the world? No. Again, disclaimer, no, it isn't. But those are red flags for people who actually try to do their best to provide value to the world and the people around them, and also want to grow on a personal and maybe also physical basis. Hey, you don't want to hear, you need to train again, what do you think about yourself? I had a girlfriend like this, an ex. I had a girlfriend like this. She also said, oh, you can get a bit better married to the fitness thing or to the calisthenics. But she said it in a very degenerate, disrespectful way. But the thing is, it's also one of the reasons I said, bye-bye. Be happy with a beer belly. Yeah, and no disrespect for the beer belly, because those people are very, very funny people to sit with and drink with. But, you know, if you're a woman and you want something, you know, don't disrespect the people who actually want to try to be the best for you. You know, also respectful men, and a lot of women, and that's also noticed, and probably also, but I'm a man, so I need to talk like, and I'm not gay, you know, so I'm not saying when you're a man. It also works the other way, but you understand. That's why the reason that I'm saying, in case I get misogyny accusations and all that kind of stuff. And by the way, with those labels, I'm not into labels, but there are simply things that I want to mention, and I'm definitely also going to hammer on more. I'm actually going to pee. Wait a minute, do I need to put this on the camera? You know what? This is such a raw material YouTube channel. I curse, I drink, I pee, I train, I'm going to show you more about what I'm actually doing. I cannot expose myself. So yeah, everything is very raw, real life. I'm also going to show you some times that I actually cried. I cried once in Malta, because in Malta, you know, I ended up in a very big scheme of, let's say, nemesis, and that was not fun. But that's another topic. But those people are involved, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. But at one point in Malta, at the end, somewhere in the middle, in between, I lost things. I lost a lot of stuff. And again, that is all. When you lose material stuff, that is not the worst thing. The hunger sometimes is also not the worst thing. You know what the worst thing is? You lose sometimes so much time, and that you want, let's say when you're in a survival mode, then wait a minute, I need to button up myself. But you know, when you lose time, and that's why I want to share those red flags about people, so you don't lose all those times, all those valuable time on people you should not hang around with. Because somehow, somewhat, if you hang around with a person that you know about that he or she is lying, you know it's not good for you. But somehow most people also don't have the, and also I'm also guilty about that. I want to make things always work somehow, But at one point you have to say, yeah, ciao for now, huh? Because you're gonna destroy me. And of course, that's not gonna happen. We've been through way much worse. And then, and then something. You try to think a little bit where I'm going with this. And like I said, along the way I will be more and more specific about situations. But some things are very over the top, very crazy. And actually, we're going to the next tram. Actually, maybe no, we're gonna take the number 5 from the Paradise Garden. That's what we're gonna do. I hope I took all the freaking cables. Let's do a double check on this. Just a sec. Great, we're in the tram, but I cannot speak too loud. There are other people, so just a little bit, a moment. I think I'm going to the meter back off. Okay, so Pavlovo. I want to eat something. Not nothing heavy. Heavy. So let's see. Now I'm actually walking between Buxton and Optje is over there, Slavia Stadium is over there, Slavia Park also, I train a lot over there. We lived actually in Buxton a long time ago. We did some serious drinking also over there. Let's not make everything about drinking, which is also totally not true. At the moment my phone needs to recharge, so because I did a lot of video calls, and the thing is I always buy my phones. Somehow I'm very attached to the phone that and I have actually 2 of them. The Samsung A71. You know, it feels good, but yeah, now the battery is empty, so it's now on the external battery recharging. And there's another thing about all the things that I'm pretty much doing, right? It's, you know, everything is mobile. So if everything goes to hell, let's say the whole block burns down, where I have the apartment in, of where I'm staying, the thing is, doesn't matter. Everything that I do have now with me, burn down the whole, okay, with all the respect to the landlord, don't burn down the place, but you understand what I mean. I can go wherever I want. Everything is actually now in this bag. If I want, I can go now to Italy or whatever, Japan. Or no, I don't have actually any, I don't have, to be very honest, I don't have any intentions to go to that kind of countries. I actually want, because a lot of people invite me to come to their villages, and with all the respect, huh? Okay, call me an idiot, but I really love Sofia, you know, because everything is very quickly between things, and I can everywhere say hello. Okay, I can also say hello in those villages, and probably would have a great time, and probably also going to be ridiculous hangover, then we'll have nice content. That's also something. But I want to wait a little bit till it's the summer, a little bit closer to the summer, that I don't walk around in the snow in villages, you know. I don't want that. And this is another requirement: it needs to have a gym, or preferably a calisthenics spot. Oh, let me also show you the calisthenics spot over here. I did not train a lot over here in this calisthenics spot, but again, this calisthenic spot is also in my Google Maps thing. The link is down below, my Google Maps profile. Every month over 500,000 views at the moment. Water. So the total views over there is 2.7 million. There are some people now, so I'm not gonna point the camera here, boom, in the noses. People get. Also me personally, you know, 10 years ago I would never talk like this, or I would show the things that are to actually shown. I wouldn't even speak on camera. I tried a couple of times, but always needed a little bit of drink before I did. I never felt very confident about myself, and that's another thing. You know, the young people, you know, who have pretty much, let's say, solid backgrounds, you know, then they have their parents and all that kind of stuff, and you know, pretty cozy at home and all that stuff. You know, those people have so much advantage, you know, and take advantage of the things that you already have. Anyway, here is the calisthenics spot. I do it a little bit from a different distance because they're sitting people, but you can see the green one. Bookstone. In case you come to Sofia, just go over here also to train yourself to death with an incredibly hangover. Or again, just follow me on Google Maps. The link is down below. So let's walk. I want to go. You know, I did a lot of drinks also here in Bookstone in the football, and I have to say, actually, me and my ex, that specific ex, she always also didn't mind a drink or two, and we had fun, and I would never talk bad about her. No, I actually don't talk bad about any of my exes. Serious. I only learned from them, and even the worst ones. You know, let's call them the worst one. You see, you can be with somebody or you cannot, and you know, I always learn from my own mistakes. And once I was also with one, just to see how far I can actually tolerate crazy stuff, and I don't mean once in a while crazy stuff. It means high level crazy stuff, dumbass talk, situations that are totally unnecessary. Every okay, if you're watching this, but they know it themselves. At least every 48 hours, and that is not an exaggeration, and that is pretty draining, and it could get me a lot of problems for nothing, and especially when people fucking lying. And again, I don't hate her at all. I learned a lot, and I proved to the guy upstairs, and this is how I see it, that I can be very, 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 very patient, which makes me a better man for the next one. That's how I see it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of noise over here. Let's cut it down. There's the Vitisha mountain. Over there is Bookstone. That's where we lived actually. And I'm actually thinking where to go. Yes, I'm gonna do one little drink. And let's see. I need to wait anyway for the phone to reach out so I can do my calls and some chats and then move. I also mentioned something about food, but I don't know what to eat. Like I said, I don't want to eat burgers, I don't want to eat fucking pizza, I don't want... By the way, over here in the middle of this street, there's a great Banica place and there's a great Döner place. The thing is, you can find them again in my Google Maps thing. If you ever come to Bulgaria, you sit at the good places. You know, you're not gonna get poisoned by an overload of fucking sodium. You know. By the way, the beer over here in the summer, great spot also. Is everything about beer? No, not really. So, okay, let's make a decision. Ciao for now. Little doggies. Hey. I had once a period that I had a saying in Bulgaria: you can get your hair cut, you buy a dog, and you can get totally hammered in one single street. It's true. Haircut, over here in this street, I don't know. Okay, in the center then. But there are streets you can get haircut over here. To be very, when it's about haircuts, the last time that I had a haircut was, I think, and I'm not exaggerating over here, I think I was, should have was 20. I'm not gonna say the numbers up loud. So that was 20 years ago minimum, and that was only one time. Before that I always shaved off my hair. That's what I always did. And sometimes I still have the urge to cut off my hair, to shave it all off, because it feels very comfy. But sometimes I regret it, because I don't want to look, you know, like more I want to look as let's say humane as possible, approachable also. Okay, a lot of talks, a lot of things that I said so far. Focus. I said the dog thing. I'm actually now looking for the hairdresser or the barber shop. There is in this street, but behind this, behind the Besso bar, over there is the Besso bar. Over there you can get a haircut, I know. So you buy a dog, you get totally hammered, and yeah, no, it's beautiful, right? But there, I know one street, and I don't know the name at the moment, but that you can buy a dog, and next to it there is a hairdresser thing and a liquor store. So you can get totally smashed, shave off your head by another person, and buy a dog. And actually some pet shops, they actually sell very cute little dogs. Huh? If I would have a home again over here, which I'm actually working on, really working on it, huh? But the thing is, I'm not sure which neighborhood, because I love so many neighborhoods at this point, and so I really don't know where yet, and that needs to be figured out fast. I know indecisive people about some normal people stuff. I can be very indecisive. Huh? Sometimes I can be very indecisive. I don't know if I actually pronounce the word good, but you know, indecisive about even am I going to eat. So for now, for example, I'm thinking, what shall I eat? You know, what can I eat? I prefer to go later to the nice piece of meat, you know, big fat from the butcher, a nice butcher piece of meat. And then let's see. So let's check the time also. I'm gonna check the time, decide on where we're going, and think about what I'm gonna talk about. You know, another thing, I actually avoid specific kind of, let's say, birarias that don't pour Bulgarian beers, because like I said, you know, when you're in Bulgaria, drink Bulgarian beer. See, I'm not going to sit over here. See, I like to go once in a while to the Besso bar, but they don't have Bulgarian beer on the draft. And there's one other restaurant over there, and again, everything is in my Google Maps thing. They don't serve Bulgarian, but they serve Staropramen. That's all fun, and probably had production is over here, but the thing is, it's not Bulgarian beer, and the thing is, it also tastes different. Staropramen, I would say, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna. But on another hand, if there's nothing in the whole village, that you're stranded on an island and there's nothing else, I would drink Staropramen, yes. Or that I'm gonna eat over there, somebody really wants to eat in that restaurant, eating a pizza or something, then I would definitely drink one. That's not the case that I would never burn my hands on it, but I prefer, and also to invest the minutes to go to a place that has Bulgarian beer on draft. Yeah, and in this period, of course, not many birarias do have on draft beer for some sort of reasons. You know, like you know, in the past I had a bar, winter or summer, there was freaking beer on the tap. Draft beer. Now I actually now walking. We actually lived over there. Yeah, Anyway, if you see the video, yeah, interesting. So I'm actually thinking, because over there is also one Bulgarian place, but again they only serve, I'm not 100% sure. And the funny, no, it's not a funny fact, it's just a random fact. This owner of this place over here, this Bulgarian place, I remembered when we were drinking around South Park, one friend of mine, or yeah, was a nice guy. I don't know where he ended up. He had a little tiny, now yeah, I can say it if you watch it, in a little bit of hippie guy, but a nice guy. But there was another person over there, and he talked about setting up over here a restaurant, and he did it. And I think last year summer I did a beer over there. But yeah. So, and that place is also on my Google Maps. Not promoting over here Google Maps in any kind of way. But like I said, and another thing that I thought about, if you come to Sofia, you know, as a traveler, for $4, because now I saw the checkups are over there. For $4 you buy a ticket, you can go in the freaking subway, trams, buses, and play with your phone, you know. Yeah, I'm saying this now because every person who I met in the Airbnb, there's only one extra room. Sometimes two guys are sleeping together with I don't know. And the thing is, I don't think they're gay. I got nothing against it, huh? But the thing is, I cannot remember that I slept with one guy in one single bed. You know, why would you do that? The thing is, in the morning you still wake up with that thing, and there are two guys, and maybe it's your best friend or whatever. I never did this. And the same again, I talked about it yesterday, the wrestling thing. It's not about that I would get a hard dick, but I simply don't want to touch other men. Yeah. And there's also not some anti-homo of homophobic shit that I'm saying over here. It's simply not my. I never did this. And some people slept over there in that room, crawling over each other for fucking 5 days with a guy in a bed. Weird. And that's my personal opinion. See, when girls sleep together, yeah, sexy. Now I'm just walking around and keep on talking. This is the restaurant actually. Actually, again, there are some people. I mean, people on the street, so I'm careful about where I point the camera. Just wait a little bit. So this restaurant. So it is a nice restaurant. Food quality is reasonable. So there's no reason not to go for you. My reason is mainly, maybe they did kamenitsa or something else. I don't remember, but there's a reason that I'm not going over there. Maybe I don't know. So let me think about what we're gonna do. I wanted to say hello at one of the places, but to be very honest, I don't feel really like to drink a beer now. And when I go to that place, I'm not gonna drink apple juice over there. But anyway, I need to wait for the phone to recharge. Okay, let's make a decision. Let's get in bus, number 9. I talked about the mini-marts, that I pretty much visited all the mini-marts, but I'd never visited this one, 100%. But I knew that it was over here. So, like I said yesterday, you know, all the people in the mini-marts are in general nice. Let's do a test over here. And the thing is, if you like solariums, over there, Krasnocel, there is a very nice solarium. If you want to know where, you know the deal. Let's do a little test. Let's see how nice. Oh yeah, I think they're nice. Wait a minute. Oh. Здравейте. Okay, we're gonna do a little Ariana. Let's turn off the camera now because I did a little test. Nice people. Another mini mart on my resume. So confirmed. Mini mart also very nice over here, people. So now I'm just getting in another bus, and I actually want to go to Lulin, but I don't think there's any transport. Now I bought a beer. I don't know how to go to Lulin actually from here. So let's see. I'm gonna get in the bus. Probably gonna take from the center, and then we'll see. I'm gonna go through my topics, things that I want to say, spit it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you hate it. You know, I actually decided to go out because this was number 9, and again, for the people who come to Sofia, see, I enjoy sitting in the bus and just work on stuff, or the tram. So the tram to there, over there is Bulgaria Mall, over there is the freaking center, and you know, everything. Oh, for some people who have a little bit more knowledge about YouTube, the fact that I'm drinking on camera, I thought about it, should I label it as 18 plus? In one way I think it would be better, because I want to discuss a lot of topic and share a lot of experience that people would say, nah, yeah, I would not tell my son about this, or they would tell their son about it, and you definitely shouldn't, that they don't get in the same situation as I did. But I really think about it. If somebody watches this video and has a little bit more knowledge about YouTube and its rules, and also sometimes when I say, see, I want to go totally all in, but if I want to go all in, my thoughts, and I think there are a lot of people who think like me, because like I said, there is some sort of silver lining, you know, that is reasonable, and things that are out the common sense thing, outside the common sense thinking part. I want to reach those people, and yeah, you reach those people with saying more quote-unquote extreme stuff, and I don't want to shoot another 4 or 5 hours a day for Rumble. You know, Rumble is a little bit more open-minded, and you got a lot of more freedom over there. So, but maybe for YouTube I should label it as 18 plus. I don't know if you watch it and maybe you want to give me a little bit of advice about this, that you say, yeah, maybe you should label as 18 plus. I don't know if even that option is over there. I know on TikTok it is, and I definitely, because I got several TikTok accounts, one I want to keep for the training, and one is for uploading all the reels and the things that I'm also sharing on. I need to start sharing also on Instagram, Facebook pages, groups. Boom, just spit it out. Just spit it out like a wild man. Just a tidal wave of speaking. But like I said, now this is only day 5, so you know, I'm getting into the thing. I need maybe some guidance here and there. People who are, you know, have a huge audience. At the moment I got 290 subscribers, so fucking help me out here. Say something. And like I said, you know, I always want to talk with everybody. I spend a lot of time chatting with new people also, and listen to what they actually want, like I said. And if you come with weird requests, and that's, I've already mentioned this, but if you want something, then also at least prove that you're actually willing to put in also the effort. And let's say it like this, that sounds very around the bush talk, but this is the thing. If you want something in life and it's a little bit above the ordinary, it's a little bit above or outside the normality, and I'm gonna say how it is. If people ask me for a dick pic or whatever, straight away, without actually building a little bit some sort of quote-unquote digital connection, yeah, then you don't get a dick pic. I'm very honest about that. I know, and then maybe you're watching, you know, I get messages, they are a little bit over the top, without actually building a little bit rapport, you know. I don't have anything against dick pics or whatever they send me, tits and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes very weird stuff, and to be very honest, that's about the communication. And this is also how I see social media, the whole phone thing, you know. You can communicate with so many people, and that's what I really love. I really love communicating with people, because I want to know a lot of people, the stories, but also see how weird things can go. Things can go weird pretty fast. But okay, again, if you're just reaching out, just don't start with hi and hello and that kind of stuff. Just come up with something that actually, when I respond on it, you know, that it's also that you would say, nah, yeah, that is interesting, that is something that I really want to see or hear. So now I'm going to the Rakovsky Stadium just to walk around a little bit and show you guys a little bit of Rakovsky Stadium, because Rakovsky Stadium 16 years ago, oh no, let me tell the story later. Okay, so yeah, it's recording. I need to check. I think the battery's still good. But over there, Boulevard Bulgaria, and over here, chip, we're walking into the Rakovsky Stadium. And of course there's another entrance, if you don't like this one, to be very honest. I'm also not the biggest fan of this one, but this is quote unquote gonna be come on, don't slip and fall. And if I slip, just only slip, don't fall. Okay. Ooh, people are okay. Rakovsky Stadium. Ta-da! People are doing a little bit football stuff. I also got stories about that, but for another time. And over there, the calisthenics, and this is already from 16 years ago. I trained over there. I still train a lot over here, but when I go over here, I want to do also the runs around it, because I love to do the calisthenics plus the running. But you know, you see all the trees over here. Tomorrow, oh look, that's beautiful, right? Huh? The Vitisha mountain. And I drank so much water also this morning. Oh shit, there are also people. I actually need to do Malko Pipi. Doesn't matter. So there's a lot of pea trees. So we got over there the Vitisha mountain. We got at the end over there. I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna walk close so you will see it. There's another calisthenic spot, a more newer one. This one, old school, and then I love the real steel. You know, no matter what you're gonna say or what you think, the steel won't bend for you. It's not gonna get warmer. Yeah, okay, in the summer, the steel is burning off. No, that's also not true over here. That was probably in Malta. And especially in Bujiba, if you're watching and you're training every day in Bujiba, the steel can get pretty hot over there. But, oh no, it's actually probably in Slavia Stadium. In Slavia Park. Excuse me. The Slavia Park over there. There is the steel getting very hot. But the thing is, like I said, the steel doesn't give a fuck if you would say, oh today, not all today I do. And today I do sloppy executions of my exercises. The steel don't care. I think the realest thing on this planet is steel and rubber. And I don't talk about condoms. I talk about flipping those tires, and the boxing thing outside, you know, with the also again with the hanging tires, you know, no matter how many times you're gonna hit it, it's not gonna get hurt by you. And that's the same thing with life, right? When life hits you according to yourself, because it's totally new to you, and you say boo-hoo, we all been there, you feel a little bit sorry for yourself, and then boo-hoo, you just crumble up, and then you bam. And that's why I love calisthenics. It's really raw, and no matter what. And this is something that I also wanted to say. When it's about the Google Sheet, trust me, many days, many days, many days, I really don't want to do it, but I cannot live with myself. At the end of the week, there is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing. You missed out, and you will never have the chance anymore to do it on those days, you know. And every time when you do something, even, you know, I had nights, you know, you stay awake the whole night, still at least do something, just to, you did at least something to stimulate growth, you know, no matter what. Also, when the period when I smoked, oh yeah, let me show you first. The hand is beautiful, right? I'm gonna show it from more closer, but I need to do first a Malcolm PP. Malcolm means little. And what did I say about, yeah, the Google Sheets? You know, just keep track of what you're eating, what you're doing, you know, and if you agree with it, just increase it. If it doesn't, you know, if you don't agree it fully, like you think, no, and the amount of cigarettes that I smoked, and that's what I also did. I started tracking how many cigarettes I smoked in a period of 8 months. Yeah, like I said, you know, it starts with 1 cigarette in the morning with the coffee, and then at one point you smoke three cigarettes. Well, see, when I do something, I also do it all over the top. But I thought this has totally no positive effect on me. You know, it's a very temporary comfort thing. That's what I noticed, and it also became a little bit mentally addicting. And then the more I did, the more I was thinking, no, you're busy with a totally useless hobby. And again, no disrespect to the smokers and all those people, but I don't see the benefits. You know, I don't see the benefit. Well, what is the benefit? It didn't influence my sex life, because, you know, if it would really put my sex life through the drain, then I would definitely. But when I don't smoke and smoke, that is totally different, day and night difference. But in a experience wise, not length wise. But yeah, it's better not to smoke. That there is nothing positive about it. Sometimes it's nice to share a cigarette with somebody, you know. You get a little bit, you know, sit together, have a nice time. You know, in the old days, yeah, we put some other things on the table, acting totally ridiculous and out of control, and then feel incredibly 10 times, 100 times extra hangover and thinking, yeah, and then wait a few days till you recover and then do it again. Okay, that's it about the whole fucking thing. I will show you the thing downstairs. Again, the Rakowski Stadium is on my Google Maps, all the calisthenics spots. There is also another boxing outside, behind this place. There's a boxing thing also here. It's called a hardcore gym, I think. So check it out if you're over here and you like a little bit to go totally fucking nuts on something. I need to pee, and let's see. And like I said, everything is very well connected now. The thing is, when you come to the Rakowski Stadium to run, to do the calisthenics, flip tires, you know, you can get from there. This is on the, yeah, actually over there is the entrance. Over there I came from. That's where Boulevard Bulgaria. Yes, and then over there is the real entrance. and then over here is another tram, but you have to go like over here, and then up you go outside, and then you take over here the tram, and then this one is going to the center. So you know, you can take a car, you park it over there. You have to think about parking time. I don't know if it's about parking time over here, but also when you come to Sofia and you don't want to rent a car, you know, just take the Spark cars, you know. It's actually nice. Maybe I should put a referral link down below. And also when it's about the scooters, I tested them all, the electric scooters. I'm gonna put a link down in the description as well. Gives you an extra, I think you get an extra 5 lever. You know, I get 5 lever. 5 lever is 5 lever. And the thing is about the Spark thing, I think it's €25 credit. Not 100% sure, but those things are also changing pretty much all the time. So, but anyway, I will check it, and then yeah, so the tram number 1 is also going to the center. I'm not gonna train now, and I'm thinking I need to check. So now I'm gonna check my phone, 45%, so I can do some stuff. So I'm gonna take a little bit time off recording, but in the meantime I will travel to I want to say hello in Lulin also. So then, okay, now I'm looking at my phone now. Yes, so over there is another calisthenics spot. I'm not gonna go downstairs because the running track over there is now incredibly muddy, and I don't want to destroy my shoes. Yeah, you're not gonna get destroyed, but you understand what I mean. If you're familiar with running tracks, and then there's mud under it, and now it's this how deep you would sink in it. So you understand the color on your shoes, and my shoes are white on the bottom. I don't want to clean that. So, but when it's about cleaning the shoes, I'm always cleaning. When I come at home, clean the shoes. Totally different topic. No relevance over there, Donna. I know. Still a little bit snow, you know. Let's take a moment of silence. Yeah, it's nice, right? Oh, you know, when my father actually was on its way, you know, I always, because at that time I went to telephone homes to call to Holland just to see how he was doing. That always made me feel good, huh? Because that period of getting things really, you know, that was interesting times, huh? Interesting time, and it's not you don't talk about single days. You talk about weeks, months to recover from a lot of stuff. But anyways, from there there's one mail office, and I went over there to make a phone call, and I went to the Krasnocel, and I was always in the center of around Endika was one white fan with a woman in it, and you could make a phone call from the fan. Yeah, that phone call always pulled me through a little bit through some stuff. Yeah, I'm very honest about that. But yeah, those days are over. But you know, 15 and I remember the first time that I came over here, I was standing over here and I thought, shall I go over there? You know, can you go over there? So if you would come over here and you have the same feeling, can you go over there? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And then you start doing it, and just check my Google Sheet. You will get it, everything for free. Also the things that I'm talking about, a little bit of vitamins, the other kind of things that maybe keeps you in shape, get a better sex life. True, right? And that is whatever you say, you're the biggest sex god on the planet. I don't believe that a lot of other. Okay, I'm not competing with porn stars or anything, but I'm putting the work, And this is again not to brag, and I'm also need to promote myself a little because I'm single now. Come on, ladies. So, is everything about sex? No. Is it important? I think it is, and it's a topic that people like to avoid. I don't have limits with a lot of stuff. Of course, a little bit more limits than I used to not have. And behind this, there is the South Park, another calisthenic spot. Again, it's also pinpointed. Okay, I'm going away from here. I need to work some on the phone. Let's see. Now I'm sitting in a tram, what I said, behind the stadium. I was sitting over there, and now I'm sitting in the back of the tram. You know, the location where everybody wants to sit when you go to school, in the back. You don't want to sit in the front, because then you get in trouble. Once I was really interested in some kind of topic in biology class, and I was looking at him, interested. Then he totally flipped out on me, and his name was De Boer, biologist in Leeuwarden. If you see this, you were a totally asshole. Yeah. Anyway, but that was Holland. Going to school. There was also one teacher over there in Holland. He was teaching economy, you know, a business teacher. Comes on his fucking bicycle, on sandals, and he teaches people how to do bookkeeping and all that fucking bullshit. You take a bookkeeper or an accountant, you know, but I'm just saying those things. And that same the economy guy, very gullible person. Once he was oh, I'm gonna say it. So there was one other guy, not gonna mention his name. He he actually he was playing with a knife, and then yeah, the teacher guy, he didn't like that, and at one point they were rolling over on the ground, wrestling with each other. Yeah, you have to be there, right? But you know, for me, when I see situations like this, it's over the top. And that was only school stuff. But yeah, that guy who was also playing with his knife, you know, his whole behavior was always already totally asocial. Totally asocial. And yeah, when you see somebody rolling on the floor, you know, with the teacher, they're not hitting each other, but just really try to choke each other out. And it is way before MMA time, and way before, you know, the possibility of putting it on camera, because that would be hilarious. I also have, okay, now the tram makes a little bit noise, so I'm good. And there's also one situation with a gym teacher, same story. Because he kicked the basketball in the nuts of the gym teacher, and they were fighting also on the floor. Yeah, I really enjoyed those moments. There were a lot of entertaining things like that on school in my time. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because probably it's interfering with the sound, and the camera needs to be very close to my face. I did a little bit saying hello to some people. We're now in Lulin, thinking about to buy some groceries before I'm going in the room. In the meantime, and this is the thing, right, when I'm also traveling between locations, you know, it's like the tram or whatever. You know, it's like classrooms. I fall almost asleep, which I don't, but this is the thing, what I want to say with this, No, I don't want to say anything with it. I'm actually now doing one beer in very nice alcohol store, nice people. Over there it's a little bit a park thing, but yeah, now because it's not summer, it's not so nice to sit over there. But you know, when the summer is over here, yeah, come on summer, we need fucking global warming. And this is also what I said before, right? Now this is already, I think, my 4th year again in Bulgaria, or my 3rd, I don't remember, I think it's my 4th. But the previous winters, they were not like this. Correct me if I'm wrong, huh? But the thing is, I think this winter was pretty strong. Maybe it will come back a few times more, I don't know. Mother Nature has her own will, but yeah. So this is also in the planning, because the guy who's now in the Airbnb, he is a religious person. He's not the kind of religious person who forces things on people. You have to believe this, but because I am curious about it, you know. I am curious because every day I read a little bit the Bible, because I'm using the Bible app. And this is not about me all of a sudden getting religious. No, I want to learn from it lessons, because so far what I have read, the lessons from the passages that I went through so far, I do live by those rules. So for me it's more or less a confirmation. And maybe, you know, when you see when you do some kind of things on some sort of level, and you don't have people around you who actually execute and operate on the same sort of level in that specific area, there is not a lot of things that people that confirm your behavior. And when things seem to be confirmed, and it is positive for your surroundings and yourself, you know, then it's nice to read about it. And that's one of the reasons that I'm very interested in a lot of stuff. And there's also a lot of things that doesn't make sense to me. But this guy, because this morning I said, he explained me a lot of stuff. I asked him about, you know, what it means when Jesus comes back and all that kind of talk. The thing is, he explained it in a very nice way, and I'm going to ask him if we can maybe record a little bit. And this is not going to be an all of a sudden a religious talk thing, not at all. But there are things to learn from, because I do believe that other people also have those questions, especially those people who are not religious, but let's say the religious people who just go to the freaking church just to wash off their sins. We all know those people exist, and if you're one of them, now yeah, those people called hypocrites. I don't know if that's according to the, let's say in general, common sense. You know, I like the common sense, the rule of humanity. Common sense, hypocrites or whatever, doesn't fit in the way of living a so-called righteous way. And especially when you use a religion to let's say justify your own miscomings or whatever. Nah, I don't respect it. I do respect the people, and also when it's about Muslim people, I do have contacts who are Muslim, but you know, the Muslims that are halfway, I don't, you know, okay, good for you. But the people who do every day on the freaking knees, that is something to respect. There is dedication, there is discipline. You need to, you know, and that's also something, and that's what I love in any kind of area. That's why I also meet in general very extreme people from, you can say it, you know, and if you're watching this, neo-Nazis, people who are very extreme patriots, and you know, and also some normal people who tell me that they're patriots. I always say, you are not fucking patriot, because you know, the people who sometimes tell me that they're 100% patriots lay down in the fucking beach in Greece and drinking all kind of you know, out of the country beers. You know, if you claim that you're a patriot or whatever, just be a patriot, but do it all the way and don't do things on the side that you know, makes you totally whatever you say. And this is what I also believe. Those people hang around with the same amount of people who say, yeah, you're a total patriot. No, you're not. If you really go deep into society, patriots are a whole different kind of level people, and then you got the higher version. And in my opinion, you know, I've had many conversations with very high level neo-Nazis also here in Bulgaria, but it was a long time ago. But also, maybe 2 years ago, I had also a conversation with one of the people, and this is the thing. So for example, you're a follower or a leader. The difference between leaders are pretty much always open for suggestions. So one neo-Nazi guy, I actually talked with him, and you know, actually a beautiful guy. And the thing is, we had a good conversation. We had more than that. No weird stuff. But the thing is, what I always like to say, you know, strong people in a specific area, a specific small extreme niche. I actually discussed this hypothetical thing, that he would walk with me on the beach in fucking Malta, or on the Blue Lagoon in Malta. He also said, he said that would be very weird, but here, you know, in Bulgaria, you can do it. You know, he would be walking around in the Levski Stadium like a god, but over there it would be different. And that is the thing about what I always like about leaders in any kind of area. And I met from multiple groups, people, on a personal level. And what I always like to discuss is, what if? You know, what if you go to jail over there? What if you ever been taken away? How tough are you? And this is about followers. Followers are tough in groups. You know, they're tough in groups. But most people who are followers are not so tough and don't have the beliefs and really the principle and the discipline to actually live by those rules that in general that apply to those kind of people in any kind of niche. And like I said, I don't look down on anybody, and I had many conversations with those people who they would say, yeah, I'm honest, you know, blah blah blah. Also, when they would go to jail somewhere else, you know, things are a little bit different then. You know, you take an extreme person out of his so-called little environment, and I don't say that all people operate on a small area, not at all. There are people operating on a much bigger scale, but those people understand that whatever you do, just go all in, or simply don't fucking do it. And I do love people, whatever you do, go all in. Always go all in, no matter what anybody says. And that's what I'm also actually and that's why in general I also attract a lot of women who are in the entertainment business. That's true. And the thing is, for me, energy is a very important factor, but also self-care, and also dedicated to the fucking thing, whatever you do. But also be honest about the things. Anyway, let's stop talking. I'm gonna finish my beer and let's see what we can talk about, and or just visit, and who I'm gonna visit. Maybe I will see, and in one way I actually want to talk with another person, and then maybe go back to the Airbnb. And editing. That's also what I'm constantly doing, because there's a thing about I'm using CapCut to cut up all the videos and into reels. It's automatic, but downloading is one by one, and at the moment tick, and that's what I'm actually doing in the tram, buses. So yeah, let's download another one. So yeah. Okay, so now, so are we recording? Yes. So are we recording? Already talk, you and me, you behind over there, behind your laptop, behind your phone. And this is the thing, you know, I end now my time over here in Lulin with we're drinking a couple of beers over there, and the owner was over there because I always ask for 1 liter bottles, you know. Tastes better, the plastic bottles taste better than the can, that's for sure. And the thing is, You might disagree with me, but I love beer, and like I said, I'm not an alcoholic. I just do need to do what I want to do. And the thing is, I got the energy levels of I think a 16-year-old, a normal 16-year-old. Because if I look at myself, I'm not that crazy anymore. When I was freaking 16, so so that's really the thing. So the owner was over there, and also told him I would buy the 1 liter bottles, and probably he will put it in his stock thing. And the thing is, that would be great, right? Okay, for you behind your computer screen or whatever, not. But I just said what I want, or what I would like, with all the respect. And I have a proven record. I do have a fucking proven record that when I'm over there, I'm not drinking one can and then sit over there for fucking half an hour on a can, sipping like it's the last juice on the fucking planet. No, we just drink them like what you would do. So for example, if you get the tiny cans, the 33 centiliter cans, that is, oh shit, that's actually very fast. Tram.